Hey there, we're the Stewarts. This is my husband Hunter. He's smart, funny, loving, and he's pretty cute too. And this is me, Carly. Hunter and I have been married for about a year now. And these are our fur babies, Canyon and Summit. We adopted both of these sweet boys from rescues. Hunter and I grew up in a small town in southern Maryland, and we had every intention of buying a house and settling down there together. Until we started traveling. Every chance we could get, we would take off work to explore the U.S. It didn't take long for us to realize that we are happiest when we are traveling, hiking, and just enjoying the outdoors together. So we decided that we had to find a way to live everyday life like that. We bought a retired school bus in January 2021, spent 9 months converting it into our tiny home on wheels, quit our jobs, sold everything, and hit the road. With no itinerary planned, we have no idea where the road will take us next. If you would like to join us along our travels, click the subscribe button below for a new video every Friday.
We made it to Florida.
After a 36-hour drive and a small fortune spent on fuel, we were greeted by palm trees at the Florida Welcome Center. Even though it was fall, we were in the mood for some summer fun. Back home in Maryland, we had spent our entire summer completing the bus build. And of course, the first thing we looked for in Florida was a beach that allowed dogs. A quick search on Google Maps led us to the Brohard Paw Park and Dog Beach in Venice, Florida.
We're in Venice at an awesome dog park.
The dog beach did not disappoint. We spent the day basking in the sun, swimming in the water, and making new friends, some with 2 legs and some with 4 legs. Look, Canyon boy, come on. Come in the water. Good job. Good boy. After a day of fun in the sun, we washed the dogs off, even though the inside of the bus still got completely filled with sand anyways. Boy Canyon.
That's gotta be sand, I guess.
That is sand.
Oh, well, I can do it again for you.
You just got washed off. Now you're gonna get washed off again. We made a quick lunch and finally completed a task that we had been putting off for a while. We are giving the bus a much needed bath.
It's filthy.
It hasn't been washed since we left Maryland, and it is pretty dirty. The next morning, we planned on spending the day at the dog beach again, but we had an unpleasant surprise while driving there. Our alternator totally kicked the bucket. Luckily, we were able to make it to a nearby Cracker Barrel, and Hunter headed off to an alternator shop on the bike. So yesterday, we came into the bus shortly after driving it and parking it. It was filled with smoke. It was filled with smoke, wasn't it? So Hunter is off to check out this alternator place. See if we can look out and they have the right thing for us. So our alternator is burnt up. It was smoking like crazy, so we're lucky that we made it to Cracker Barrel. We'll see if we can get it fixed today, right? Right? Yesterday, I went to Walmart to get some groceries before we parked here with the whole alternator issue. I knew today was going to be super boring for these puppies because we'd just be working on that all day. So I got them toys and they're really excited about it, right? They're excited. Does he have anything in his backpack? I hope so. What do you think, boys? You think he got what we needed? Hope so.
They have one that will work. I have to take this one. Stop biting me. I have to take this one off and bring it there, and they will switch the pulley over, and then I can bring it back.
Yay! That's good news.
It's not the exact same one, but it's one that will work.
Hunter took the old alternator off and headed back to the shop on the bike to swap it for a new one. While he was gone, I cooked up another batch of dog food. This is a chore that I have to do quite often, but the boys are most definitely worth it. It's lunchtime. You boys want your lunch? That's what I thought. They want their lunch. Oh, good stuff. Break. Good boys. They love their homemade dog food. Hunter successfully replaced the alternator, and the bus was good as new again. Luckily, this only cost us about $350. With a 20-year-old bus, we knew that things were bound to go wrong at some point along our travels. But we were thankful that this time it didn't cost us too much. After spending that night at the Cracker Barrel, we woke up the next morning and headed straight back to the beach for another fun-filled day. Good boy. Good job. Good boy. Woohoo, Zinni! Woo! Here, Zinni, roll now. Poor stomach. It's a standoff.
Oh, you better come down here. We're gonna eat you. Hey, squirrel.
We spent the day at the Venice beach, dog beach, and we're trying to catch the sunset. We're not sure if we're gonna make it. We're almost to the ocean view.
The Gulf.
The Gulf view. There's our bus.
Over yonder.
Over the gator-infested lake. Stuck around for sunset and even got to see the bats flying out for the night. We were really happy to see them because the bugs had been pretty relentless since we arrived in Florida. After enjoying the sunset and arriving to a nearby boondock spot, we cooked some steaks for dinner and we were serenaded by canyons squeaking while we enjoyed dinner. The next day we headed to a different dog park in Inglewood. This one wasn't on the beach, but it was surrounded by hiking trails which were conveniently filled with geocaches. Hunter and I often enjoy geocaching while we hike as another fun activity to enjoy while outside. If you haven't heard of it, it's an app for finding hidden caches, which can be quite difficult to find sometimes. Unfortunately, the dogs aren't trained to sniff them out just yet. Finding these geocaches encouraged us to walk the entire loop. Our only real plan when we had woken up that morning was to go to the dog park and exercise the dogs. But by stumbling onto this nearby trail, the day ended up being even more enjoyable than we expected. Next week, we're headed to a national park. If you have a guess as to which one it is, leave it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, and thanks for subscribing. You guys really mean so much to us, and it really is such a pleasant surprise that there are people out there who enjoy our videos and joining us along our travels. Thanks again to all of you, and we'll see you next Friday.